practice journal, you have something that looks like this. And of course, I will scroll down as I move down the page, but it says work with a partner. So today you actually will be working with a partner. It says the same pair of sneakers is on sale at 3 stores. Which one is the best buy? So we've got a pair of sneakers for $45. They're giving us the regular price, but you get 40% off. At another store, store B, they're a $49 pair of shoe at regular price, but you get 50% off. And then at store C, their regular price is $39, but you're going to get up to 70% off. Okay, so for A, B, and C, you'll notice down here, they went ahead and kind of split the original cost. So A, remember our full cost was $45, and they've taken and actually split that up into 10 groups. There's actually 10 blocks here. Okay, so we could go through and figure out that each block, if we divided that 45 by 10, is worth $4.50, each and every block. Okay, so this is just kind of giving you a visual representation. So if I got 40% off, that would be like 4 boxes. So 40%, each of these is worth 10%. Okay, if I got 40% off, I would take 4 of these boxes off, and I end up with a $27 pair of shoes. Okay, another method that we could use that hopefully you'll, because I don't think there's going to be too many of you that when you go to do this on your own, is going to want to actually draw boxes and split them up into 10 and then go through and, you know, mark every few of them with how much each of those boxes is worth. Another method is, well, when we got 40% off, that was like a discount or a decrease. So if it decreased by 40%, that means I was working off of 60% of times the $45, the original cost. Okay, if we go through and actually do that, 0.6 times 45 still puts us at that $27. Okay, once again, this is more visual. This is solving it as an equation. Another method is understanding also that you could go through, and if you're not very good with the concept of understanding that I'm going to have to multiply, you could set it up as a proportion, but you have to use some inferred information. Okay, I still am going to have to understand the decrease part, and I've got 60% that I'm going to pay over 100% always, and the $45 was the original 100%. So I could also set it up as a proportion, cross, multiply, divide. I have to decide for me, is it easier to see it visually? This will take time to do if you're working on your own and don't already have the diagram set up for you. This is what we worked with in section 2, but this is even more visual for some of you. So you kind of have to decide for yourself as a student, what do you need? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the next one. This one was a 50% off. Now 50% off is pretty easy to do. Most of you can probably understand. I'm just going to divide it by 2. But if I go through and mark off 50%, each of these, let's see, $49 divided by 10 is going to give me $4.90 per box. And these were each 10%. So if I take off 50, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Okay, I'm landing in the middle here. So I'm going to have to either add $4.90 to this $19.60 or subtract it from the $29.40. And that gives me $24.50. Okay, so far this store has got the better buy of the 2 that I've checked. Okay, the other method is I could have figured out 50% or 0.5 of $49. Or I could have set it up as a ratio, 50% over 100%, because it's always going to be over 100%. And when I was paying full price, it was $49 was the same as the 100%, cross, multiply, divide. Either way, we still are going to get our $24.50. I'm going to mark these really quick with our answers. Okay, so you're going to go through and actually do the third one on your own, letter C on your own. You can do any of the 3 steps that you would prefer. If you want to use the little diagram that they gave you, you can go through and figure out how much it was per thing. And you do that by just taking the total cost divided by 10, because there were 10 boxes. Okay, or you can set it up like we did, understanding though that you're working with 70% off, so decreased 70%. Okay, so you're gonna have to do that initial step of subtracting off. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and then you'll check your answers with my answer key when you're finished. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and look at activity 2. Okay, so you can go ahead and pause your video.